And when you're ready, allow yourself to land on your mat as your body guides you, as your body naturally just flops down to sit, whatever position that happens to be. Sukhasana with the legs tightly crossed, or Siddhasana, slightly wider opening between the knees. Perhaps Virasana, sitting back on the knees. Baddha Konasana, anything else you can imagine. But as you land, start to deepen your breaths. Feel free to add any emotion that the breath inspires. For me lately, it's circles of the head that seem to shake up anything rattling around in there that I really don't need for my practice. I feel like that circular motion sends those things spiraling down Sushumna Nadi, central energy channel situated within the spine. They corkscrew into the earth, which absorbs them, so that I don't have to carry them just for this time. If there's any other motion at all that feels right for right now, go ahead and take it. Otherwise, tune deeply into the breath. Working from the ground up. Pranavayu. Let the next inhalation lift the awareness up into the belly, through the lungs, up the throat to the very crown of the head, which is lifted a little higher above you. Through nose or mouth, let the exhale go. Feel this draining sensation of effort, of tension. Leave the jaw, the shoulders, the abdominal wall, even the hips. The awareness dips down into the roots beneath the body. Feel yourself anchored, maybe pulled a little tighter against your mat. And from the roots, the next inhale floods up through each vertebrae, all four parts of the spine, both sets of curves, straight out through the crown. Behind the closed lids, lift the gaze upward. The yogic vision, the drishti, sending the consciousness even higher, allowing the body to get even lighter. Through the nose if you're building heat, or through the mouth to release some. Let the exhale go. The awareness follows it back down through the body, deeper into the roots. This is the apana vayu, the downward direction of the prana. Now send that internal gaze deep. Maybe you wrap the roots around something, the very core of the earth perhaps. Fully immersing in your practice. The next inhalation effortlessly shoots straight up the central energy channel, instantly zipping you into your perfect alignment just for this perfect moment. Let it feel as though a hand was massaging the back of the skull upward. Dramatic exhalation rolls down now. As it empties, flip your palms up if they're pointed down. And with the inhalation, reach out as if you were tracing the contours of a bubble all the way up. Palms unite overhead. Maybe you can reach a little higher. The ribcage lengthens. With the exhale, slowly, as if it were heavy, draw the hands down past the eyes to the heart. With an inhalation, press firmly from the heels of the hands through the entire palms out to the fingertips. Let that motion even further lengthen, lift through the spine. As you exhale, flip the hands out to the right and left. Press all the way to the edges of that bubble. Flip the palms up. And with the inhale, sweep them up. So you're continuously reaching as far as feels good until the hands meet overhead. Full exhalation to draw them back down to the heart. The thumbs meet the chest only as the lungs completely deflate. As you inhale, the heart rises to press against the thumbs. And with the exhale, send the hands out to the sides. Spread the fingers wide apart. Flip the palms up. And again, as if it were heavy, like you're holding handfuls of breath. Inhaling, reach up overhead. The fingertips unite. The full palms meet. Use the entire exhalation to draw the hands down to the heart. One more time like this. Deep breath in, smush the hands together. With this exhalation, lower them to the earth right in front of you. Roll over the knees into tabletop position, where you'll take a sway from right to left if it feels good to even out like that. Maybe let the chin roll from side to side across the chest if it feels good to let the neck release like that. And the next time you sway to the left, throw the gaze over the left shoulder. Squeeze the left hip in toward it. Press into the right hand. And with your inhale, come back through the center, neutral position, long spine, gaze down between the thumbs. With the exhale, press the hips to the left, send the gaze to the right. You might lean into the left hand here. And with the inhale, everything evens out, spine, the weight between the hands and the knees. Open up your mouth. Sigh the exhale away. Now really feel the palms, the knees, all the way across the tops of the feet ground. And with your inhalation, just let the belly fill and dip toward the earth into a little baby cow pose. As you exhale, curl into cat, tucking the tailbone under, the chin toward the chest. With your inhale, lead with the crown, dive back into cow pose. As the lungs fully inflate, the gaze lifts. And with the exhale, curl in the opposite direction into your cat pose. The inhale takes you into cow. This time, if you want some action in the wrists, send the shoulders forward, out over the fingertips. Add another sway side to side. And with the exhale, cat pose. Send the hips in the direction of the heels so that you can lift onto the fingertips, alleviating pressure in the wrists. 2 more rounds of cat-cows, your way. Feeling free to add any circles through the crown or the tailbone. You might choose to spin the fingertips in a different direction, in toward one another or back toward the knees. Or maybe you lift up onto the fingertips. With the next inhalation, let's unite in cow pose. With this one, spin the eyes of the elbows forward, so that when you exhale, you can lower the heart to the earth between the thumbs. The elbows graze the sides. With an inhale, slide into a little baby cobra pose. Lift the hands if you want. With the exhale, lower everything, the hands, the heart, the head. As you inhale, peel up into a second cobra, maybe a little higher than the last. The elbows in, the shoulders low. Full exhale to descend back to the earth. A little pull on the hands helps lengthen the whole torso as it lowers. Send the legs a little further back. And with your inhale, peel up again. Maybe the navel rises this time. With the exhale, lower down to earth. Extend the arms back alongside the hips. And with your inhale, lift the arms, the heart, the head for a half locust pose. As you exhale, lower the arms, the heart, the head. Option to interlace hands at the sacrum. With the inhale, again, lift up into a half locust, bound or not. If you'd like to add the legs to make it the full Shalabhasana, go for it. With the exhale, let's lower back down. Stay as you are, or if you'd like a bow pose, you can bend the knees and reach for the ankles. With the inhale, lift up, whether you're coming in to cobra, locust, or bow. And whatever you've chosen, stay for an exhale. You might sink just slightly lower. But with the inhale, you might lift a little higher. If you've got the ankles, press them into the hands to find some buoyancy in the heart. And with the exhale, slowly lower everything down to the earth. If you have the hands clasped or you're holding the ankles, release. With your inhale, let's slide the hands forward all the way off the front edge of the mat. Get as long as you can, Superman style. Spread your fingers and your toes. Reach the very edges of the perimeters of that bubble. Exhale, and the entire body melts. The pressure of the weight, the chest against the earth calms the nervous system. You might let your heels spin out to release the joint in the lower back. One more inhalation. And with the exhale, slide the hands back in line with the heart. Inhale and we'll lift into tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale as you glide into down dog. The hips rise high as the head simultaneously drops low. And here, choose to pedal through the feet or roll in and out of plank, or if you'd like to come with me, with an inhale, lift up onto your toes. As you exhale, drop the heels over to the right. You can bend the knees if it feels good to scrunch in there. And with an inhale, down dog. Right leg lifts any amount from hovering off the earth to way up in the sky. And with the exhale, draw the knee to the nose, turbo plank, rounded spine. Inhaling, lift that right leg back up. And with the exhale, let's take a great big curtsy. Tap the right toes behind the left heel, probably off the left edge of the mat. You can bend the left knee. As you inhale, just drag the right foot back onto the mat into down dog. With an inhale, lift up onto your toes. Exhaling, drop the heels to the left, bend the knees if you'd like, press into the hands. And as you inhale, down dog, left leg to the sky. With the exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. And inhale back into your three-legged. With the exhale, take that big curtsy, left toes tap behind the right. And with the inhale, slide the left toes back over into down dog. Deep breath in and we'll lift way up onto all 10 toes. With the exhale, bend the knees any amount, from a tiny touch to a deep, deep bend. Belly moves toward the thighs. And with the inhale, straighten the knees, lift up onto the toes. Exhaling, tiptoe or walk up to meet the hands top of the mat. Maybe landing first with the toes, then the balls of the feet, then the heels. As you inhale, take a little lift and then a little wiggle. See if you can find any extra space in the lower belly. The exhale, you might fold deeper into that space. Let the arms just be heavy for this one. Take a sway side to side if you'd like, as the spine decompresses. The weight of the head drawing down not only on the cervical vertebrae in the neck, but through the entire spinal column. One more breath in. With the exhale, soft bend in the knees, and an inhale to roll up to stand. Give a little wiggle of the shoulders if you'd like to loosen up on the way up. And with the exhale, roll your shoulders back in the sockets. You might lean back into the heels. Now press into all 10 toes. Follow the inhalation up the powerful legs through the trunk to the crown. Your strength illuminated. The exhale washes back down, showing you the other side, the softness. And with your very next inhale, reach out and up, tracing the contours of that bubble. Palms unite in Urdhva Hastasana. Lean into the right foot. As you exhale, go for your left knee, both hands clasp it. Draw it in toward the body for a standing pawanmuktasana. As you inhale, we're opening up into Warrior 3 airplane style. So send the left heel back, leg about parallel with the earth, arms alongside the hips. With the exhalation, bring the awareness to the inner thighs. Roll them together rather than hips opening. Let the inhale lengthen you from crown through heel. And the exhale is the grounding of the toes on the earth. Just one more inhalation. Can you find any more lightness in the heart or in the leg? With the exhale, bend the standing knee. Slow step back into a hovering lunge. As you inhale, reach both arms up, straighten the right knee up. Interlace all the fingers. And with the exhale, rebend the right knee. Drop the hands back to cradle the head, elbows open wide. Now on your inhalation, start to explore. Whether it's just a massage of the neck with the thumbs, maybe lean the head back into the hands, or even take a lateral stretch by leaning right to left. We're all a little different, so let your exploration be all yours. Continuously expanding all the way to the edges of that bubble you've created with your breath. One more inhale, even out. With the exhale, press the breath away into Warrior 2 this time, just like you did seated with the hands out to the sides. Yeah. Now with your inhale, allow just a little lift. Widen your stance if you'd like. Soften through the arms, a little liquid. With the exhale, set the gaze, the drishti out over the front fingertips. Inhaling, straighten the front knee. Reach the arms to the sky, tap the palms together. As you exhale, we're going to dip back into Warrior Two, but bring the left hand to the heart. On your inhalation, taking a reverse warrior with the hand on the heart. So sweep the right arm up overhead. On your exhalation, lift. Right hand replaces left, left reaches overhead for side angle variation. With the inhale, we're cartwheeling up, so really reach through the left fingers. Straighten the right knee, reverse triangle. Left hand to the back of the left leg, right arm overhead. Exhale carries you into triangle pose. First lift, then slide forward, then reach low. A deep breath rolls from the right fingers up the arm, through the chest, out the hand in the sky. Exhale here. With your inhale, again, a dynamic cartwheel up to stand. Arms parallel with the earth. Now spin the right toes to parallel with the left, so you're sideways on your mat. As you exhale, hinge at your hips. We're bowing into Prasarita Padottanasana A. Hands dip to the earth in line with the feet. With tradition, the head drops into that same line. If you'd prefer to come out of tradition, go for it. Walking the hands forward or back between the legs, or even floating the feet up to the sky. 2 more rounds of breath. Follow the breath from the earth through the feet, up the legs to the base of the spine. Feel the exhalation roll all the way down the back, off the crown of the head. If you're in headstand, straddle your legs. Flex your feet. Little posterior tilt of the pelvis, set the feet on the floor, and let's all slide the hands to the edge of the mat, the long edge, the left edge. And with your inhale, press into them to lengthen a bit. As you exhale, take a bend in the left knee. Keep the hips pretty high in this skater's pose. I like to press down into my hands, slightly forward. Inhale. And with the exhale, switch sides. Take it slow, kind of Spider-Man style. Left knee straightens, right bends. What can you find here by pressing into the hands for one inhale? With the exhale, turn to face the front of the mat. Keeping the right knee bent, the hands surround the right foot. Spin onto the back toes. And with the inhale, lift them. Any amount from hovering off the earth all the way up to standing split. As you exhale, you might bring the right hand to clasp the right ankle. One more inhale. The exhale is teardrop pose. So start to bend the right knee, another curtsy. Tap the left toes behind the right heel. Lift the heart. As you inhale, drag the left foot across the mat, hips width distance from the right. Exhaling, peace fingers and thumbs grip the big toes. With your inhale, pull up on your toes. Exhale, and we squish the belly toward the thighs. Squeeze the crown toward the earth. Padagustasana. 2 more full rounds of breath here. Maybe you sway right to left or heels to toes. Maybe you rise and fall on this final cycle, or just choose stillness. With your exhale, release your toes. Bend your knees any amount. And use a full inhale to roll up to stand. As you exhale, circle your shoulders back. Maybe you lean back into the heels. And in Tadasana, pause for a scan of yourself. Or with your inhale, sweep the arms out to the sides like wings. If you have, with the exhale, give yourself a hug. Hands clasp shoulders. Elbows drop toward belly. Knees can bend a little. With the inhale, wherever you are, reach up to Urdhva Hastasana. Press into the left foot. As you exhale, both hands clasp the right knee and squeeze it in toward the shoulder. The inhale opens you up into Warrior 3. Flex the right foot so you're pressing through the heel. The crown moves in the opposite direction. Exhale, inner thighs squeeze together. As you inhale, feel yourself lengthen to the edges of that bubble. Fingers are reaching toward the back of it. Exhale. One more inhale. Can you get a little lighter? With the exhale, that big, slow step back into your hovering lunge. And inhale, so dynamic, you reach up, you straighten the left knee. Interlace all the fingers. As you exhale, sink back into your lunge, hands clasp the head. And with the inhale, start to explore. Might feel really good to press into the back toes so the heel stacks above them. Maybe you take a gentle twist to the left. Maybe just experiment. But with your next inhale, come to the center. The exhale is the pressing of the breath away into Warrior 2. So if you're sending it out into the space to fill your bubble. And inhale to open up a bit if you need or soften a little. And an exhale to set it. Inhale to straighten the left knee, reach up to the sky. The exhale, Warrior 2, right hand to the heart. Inhale for your reverse warrior variation. Feel that length through the left side. The exhale, left hand to the heart, right arm overhead for your side ankle. Inhale as your big reach up, cartwheel into reverse triangle, tracing all the edges of that bubble. Exhale carries you into triangle. Feel a lightness as you go. The inhale allows the wings to expand. Exhale. You might lift the gaze or shift the hips forward a little. With the inhale, we're cartwheeling up as if you're reaching through the right fingers to launch that action. Arms parallel with the earth, quarter turn on your mat. As you exhale, drop the hands to the hips for Prasarita B. Now use the fingers against the creases of the hips to pull back. With the inhale, squeeze the elbows together behind you. Lift the gaze, whether you lift the chin or not. And with the exhale, we're going for it. Use the fingers to drop back on the hips like you would fold over a bar at a playground. The crown reaches toward the earth. And for 2 full rounds of breath here, stick with tradition, continuously squeezing the elbows toward one another. Or let it go if it bothers you for any reason. Next inhale, lift up just enough to release the hands to the earth along the edge of the mat. As you exhale, take your bend in the right knee. Stay high, or this time sink lower by dropping the hips, flexing the left toes up toward the sky. You can keep the hands on the earth or you can bring them to the heart, any other variation for one inhalation. With the exhale, switch sides. Left knee straight bends as the right knee straightens for one inhale. With the exhale, unwind toward the front of the mat. Hips square up. And with the inhale, the right leg lifts up. Doesn't matter how high. But let the head go. Let the weight of it open up some space. As you exhale, you might clasp the standing ankle with the left hand. One more inhale. And with the exhale, your teardrop curtsy. Both knees bend. Right toes tap behind the left foot, probably off the left edge of the mat. As you inhale, drag the right foot over to step onto the right palm for pawanmuktasanas. Left hand slides beneath the left foot. Go ahead and bend the knees if that feels good to you. For this first inhale, pulling up on the feet. Get some distraction through the wrists, maybe through the shoulders as well. And with that exhale, strive to maintain that as you deepen your fold if you need. Straighten the knees if you want. And then breathe. 2 full cycles in beautiful, perfect stillness. Or in sweet motion, synced with the breath, receiving what you need. Maybe a sway like a pendulum. Maybe more fluid in figure 80. With your next exhale, release your hands. Bend your knees softly or deeply, up to you. With an inhale, roll up to stand. Circle the wrists as you rise. Squeeze the hands into fists. And with the exhale, roll the shoulders back. Interlace hands behind you if you'd like, or just pause in Tadasana. But if you've got the hands bound and you'd like a chair, with the inhale, bend the knees. Stay. Or with the exhale, fold over the legs. That clasp can lift way up off the lower back if it feels nice on the shoulders. And with the inhale, we're all coming up to Urdhva Hastasana. So if you're folded, first rise through that chair, then release the clasp, then reach up. With the exhale, clasp the left knee. Squeeze it in, maybe lean back a little. You might lift the gaze slightly. As you inhale, warrior 3. Left leg and both arms reach back. Lock the gaze down on your mat, right beneath the face. Exhale. One more inhale, reach through the fingers, press through the crown. With the exhale, step back into your hover. As you inhale, reach both arms up, straighten the right knee. And with the exhale, rebend the right knee, clasp opposite elbows. A full cycle of breath to explore here from this position. Do you need to sway or lean? Can you find some opening in the left quadricep if you press forward a bit? With the inhale, come to the center. Exhale into warrior 2, press the breath away. One inhale to adjust or just to loosen up a little. And exhale to set the drishti out over the right hand. As you inhale, straighten the right knee, reach the arms to the sky. The exhale, warrior 2 with the left hand supporting the back of the head. Inhale into reverse warrior with some neck support. Exhale into side angle. Right hand to the side of the head. Left arm reaches forward now. Inhale, reverse triangle. The whole body opens, reaches all edges. And with the exhale, traditional triangle, or you can extend both arms forward for a little core work. One inhale. Complete exhale. And an inhale to cartwheel up, quarter turn on your mat. The exhale, drop the hands back to interlace at the sacrum for Prasarita C. As you inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. With the exhale, fold into your pose. A million options, up to you. The clasp can rest on the lower back or reach way up overhead, or you can release it all together. But if you choose to keep it for one more round of breath, strive to squeeze the heels of the hands together. Take the pull out of the wrists. And with the inhale, lift about halfway out, parallel with the earth. Release your clasp, drop the hands to the edge of the mat. As you exhale, bend the left knee for Skandasana. Any variation you'd like with the arms, or come with me, sending the left arm forward and then out in front of the left knee, fingers to the earth behind the back of the mat. Right arm up to the sky. Next exhale, switch sides. Inhale is the option to open the arms using the right bicep to open the right knee. With the exhale, unwind toward the front of the mat. Hands surround that bent right knee and foot. Inhale and the left leg lifts any amount towards standing split. Stay. Or with the exhale, you can bend the standing knee. Option to take the right hand up to clasp the left foot. Oops. One inhale. If you're in Tapasana, press foot into hand. With the exhale, teardrop pose. Inhaling. Stay pretty low. Drag the left toes across the mat, all the way off the left edge. Sink into Malasana now, garland pose. Crawl the fingers forward as you gently sway the hips right to left, negotiating space for the rib cage to cruise between the legs. Little pull on the fingertips. Drop the chin toward the chest. Find that traction in the spine for one breath in and out. With the inhale, walk the fingertips back in toward the body. Let the spine lengthen up. As you exhale, start to straighten the knees. Slide the left foot back onto the mat. And with your inhale, roll up to stand. Exhaling, circle the shoulders back. And in Tadasana, pause. Feel free to circle the head or the hips, or maybe to take a swing of the arms side to side. Just relinquishing control for one more breath in. With the exhale, stop. Tadasana. As you inhale, reach up to the sky. Palms unite. Maybe you reach a little higher. The exhale, go for your right knee. Squeeze it in. Lift the heart. Inhale, warrior three. So send the fingertips and the right heel back. Exhale. One more inhale lengthens you even further. And with that exhale, you step back into your hovering lunge. Inhale to reach up, straighten up. As you sink back into your lunge with your exhale, clasp opposite elbows. And for a cycle of breath, take that roll around. Where does the breath lead you? What can you do to get it spiraling through each cell of you? Every energy channel. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. And inhale to soften up. And exhale to get firm. Inhale. Straighten the left knee, reach the arms to the sky. And with the exhale, warrior two, right hand to the back of the head. Inhale as your reverse warrior variation. Exhale and you'll lift, left hand to the head, right arm over for side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. The left knee straightens as the left arm rises. Exhale into Trikonasana, tradition or arms reaching forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. With the inhale, cartwheel up to stand. Quarter turn to the right. And with the exhale, fold. This time, hands clasp the ankles or big toes for Prasarita Padottanasana D. As you inhale, press into what you're clasping to lengthen, to lift. And with the exhale, use that grip to draw you into your posture, right to where you need to be. For 2 breaths, feel free to rise and lower, to continuously deepen or to back off. With your next inhale, slide the hands to the edge of the mat so you can press into them, lengthening. As you exhale, bend the right knee for Skandasana. Any way you like, or come along with me, opening the arms on the inhale. With the exhale, consider wrapping the left hand behind the back for a partial bind. Maybe bringing the right hand up to catch it for a full. Wherever you are when inhale, maybe the left shoulder rolls back a bit. And with the exhale, we'll switch sides. Breathe in, arms open if you'd like. Breathe out, bind if you're going for it. One inhale, the heart exposes itself. The exhale, unwind toward the front of the mat. Inhaling, the right leg rises to your standing split. And with the exhale, you have the option to bend that knee. Maybe to reach up for the foot with the left hand. One more breath in, heart buoyant if you're bound. Exhale into your curtsy or teardrop. Inhale, and the right foot drags all the way off the right edge of the mat for your second malasana. For this one, ground the fingertips. Snuggle the elbows to the insides of the knees, a little leverage to encourage them open. Stay if this is good for the ankles. Or you can bring the hands to the heart, continuing to use the elbows against the knees. Either way, the tailbone slightly tucked, the chin gently lowered, maintains length in the whole spine. For one more inhale. And an exhale. Inhaling, lower the fingertips to the earth if they're lifted. With the exhale, start to straighten the legs. Right foot slides onto the mat. And inhale to roll up to stand. Shimmy the shoulders if you'd like. With the exhale, roll them back in the sockets. Stay for a breath, or with your inhale, reach up. The exhale, squeeze the elbows down, angel wings. Inhale, and we'll all reach up for Urdhva Hastasana. And with the exhale, clasp your left knee. Squeeze it in, lean back a little. Inhale to slowly press open, Warrior 3. Exhale to gently step back into your hovering lunge. Inhale as you reach up all the way up. With the exhale, bend the right knee. Drop the right hand back to clasp the left leg. As you inhale, you might reach a little higher through the left fingertips. Exhale, and you can take that lean to the right if you want the lateral stretch. With the inhale, center up. And with the exhale, Warrior 2. One inhale. And an exhale. Inhale to straighten the right knee. Reach hands to the sky. Exhale, back down, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale for your choice of reverse warrior. When we've already done, traditional or otherwise. And exhale into your choice of side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Make it big and graceful. Exhale into your choice of triangle or balancing half moon by reaching the right fingers forward. Left leg lifts, but this time the hips can open. Wherever you are, breathe in. If you're flying, exhale to step back. Inhale, and we'll all cartwheel up, quarter turn, goddess pose, hands out to the sides. As you exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Inhale, and we'll straighten the knees. Lift the palms up to the sky. As you exhale, spin the hands away from one another. Trace the contours of that bubble again, all the way down to the thighs. Flip the palms up. As you inhale, reach up. Palms unite. With the exhale, drag them down past the head. As they hit the heart, bend the knees into goddess. Keep moving. Drop the hands to the insides of the knees. Send the heart forward for an inhalation. As you exhale, right shoulder to the center. Gaze back over the left. Inhale to the middle. And exhale, left shoulder to the center. Gaze over the right toward the front of your mat and stay for an extra inhalation. As you exhale, unwind to the front of the mat. Hands surround the right foot. Inhaling, left leg lifts. Your choice of standing split, or maybe you plant the palms on the earth, shoulder width distance apart, and lift and lower onto the right toes for a few calf raises, or even a few hops off the standing foot toward a handstand. If you're handstanding, press the earth away. Use the fingers. Wherever you are with the next exhale, one final teardrop pose on this side. Okay, stay low. As you inhale, we're making our way into frog pose. So bring the left knee right off the left edge of your mat. It's bent about 90 degrees, so the shin aligns with that edge. It'll be a short hold, so if you can stand it, stay. If not, you can turn sideways to have the mat beneath the knees. The right leg comes to mirror the left. The feet flex so you look like a frog. If it's available, lower down onto the forearms. And then you might take a gentle sway from front to back till you find just what you didn't even know you were looking for in the hips. And then you let the chin drop toward the chest, the eyes close for just one full round of breath in stillness. Start to walk yourself back up onto the palms if you're low. Lift up enough that you can tuck the toes under and send the hips to the sky for a really wide-legged, short stance down dog. Let your head wiggle, maybe the tailbone too. And with your next inhale, lift up onto your toes. As you exhale, a little bend in the knees. Now take that small hop up to meet the hands. With your inhale, roll up to stand. Exhale and the shoulders circle back. In Tadasana, one deep breath rolls up. Pranavayu. The exhale flows down. Apanavayu. Inhale and we'll reach up to Urdhva Hastasana for the final round. The exhale, clasp the right knee. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 3. You know it so well. Let yourself be expanded into it. With the exhale, take your slow step back into your hovering lunge. Inhale as your big reach up, straighten the left knee up. As you rebend it with the exhale, swing the left hand back to clasp the right leg. And inhale to reach through the right fingertips. And exhale maybe to take them overhead to the left. If you have, with the inhale, even out. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2. One inhale, a little looseness. One exhale, solid. Inhale to straighten up, reach up. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale for your reverse warrior. Exhale into your side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale into Trikonasana or Ardha Chandrasana. If you're lifting the right leg, really flex the foot. Breathe in. The exhale, step back if you're flying. Inhale, goddess pose, sideways on your mat. Exhale, hands to the heart. As you inhale, straighten the knees. Lift the arms up, cross the wrists overhead. And with the exhale, pull them down past the eyes. As they hit the heart, bend the knees back into goddess. We're lowering the tops of the hands all the way down to the mat, letting the crown reach toward them. And if you'd like a little more, press into the backs of the hands, into each finger. With the inhale, lift onto your toes. Exhaling, lower the heels if they're lifted. And an inhale to peel yourself straight up into goddess with the hands to the insides of the knees. Exhaling, left shoulder dips to the center. As you gaze over the right, continue to press into the knees. Inhale, back to the middle. Exhale, right shoulder in, gaze toward the front of the mat. Stay for an inhalation. The exhale, turn to face the front. Inhale, and the right leg rises for standing split. A few calf raises or a handstand. One more breath in. With the exhale, your final teardrop pose. Now stay as you are. With the inhale, we're just coming down to sit. Good. And with the exhale, walk yourself all the way down onto your back. Now scoot the hips to the left with your inhale. As you exhale, drop the knees over to the right. You can keep them in that mini cross, or you can wind them up further like eagle. Just one deep breath in here. Feel free to extend the arms out to the sides or leave them as they are. Through parted lips, blow the exhale away. As you inhale, roll onto your back. Center the hips. Unwind the legs. Press the heels into the sky. With the exhale, you'll just bend the left knee, drop the foot to the earth, and wrap the right ankle or knee over it. Scoot the hips to the right, drop the knees to the left, adjust as you wish, and then expand with the inhalation. Let go with the exhale. Inhale, we'll roll onto the back. Even out the hips. Catch the feet in happy baby pose. With an exhale, pull down on the feet. You might take a sway right to left. As you inhale, got the option to guide the soles of the feet together. Interlace the fingers around the baby toe blade. Ground the sacrum. Knees wide open, press them away. One more big breath in here. If you've got the hands around the feet, unlace. With the exhale, just slide them up the outsides of the shins, the calves, to the knees, to help gently set the feet on the earth. In Supta Baddha Konasana, or a bridge pose prep if you'd prefer. Or you can send the heels out toward the front corners of the mat for a traditional Shavasana. But no matter how the legs are, I invite you to scoot the hips a little closer to the heels, find some length in the lower back. You might turn your head from right to left a few times as you decide how to rest the arms, maybe the hands upon the body, or out alongside of you. Once you've found a place you can be content, take a deep, deep breath in. Envision your whole body expanding to fill that bubble you surrounded yourself with. Open up your mouth. With a big sigh of an exhalation, feel the whole body melt across the mat, a little deeper into the earth. From the earth, the next inhalation rises, nourishing, effortlessly filling every cell of you, each nadi, all the way up to the top. Through parted lips, flutter the exhale away, as if vibrating any lingering effort, thought that you don't need to carry away, to be absorbed by the earth. And breathe in through your nose. And this time through your nose, breathe out. Slowly, slowly make your way onto your right side. The left hand meets the earth in front of the heart. Use it to lift yourself up into the seat where you began. Roll your shoulders back. Flip your palms skyward. Thumb and forefinger unite in chin mudra. For one beautiful, unobstructed breath that rises straight up the central energy channel, right out through the crown of the head. The exhale flows back down again. As you inhale, reach all the way out and up along the edges of that bubble. Palms unite. Exhaling, draw them down past the head to the heart. Let the gaze fall to the fingertips in a gesture of gratitude to you, to your practice. Loka samasta sukhi no bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste.